morning, Christina. How are you doing today?
Morning. I'm doing all right.
What can I help you with today?
I'm looking for some assistance. I'm pregnant and I have an 11-month-old child as well.
So tell me more about that situation.
Well, I haven't been feeling well lately and I've been throwing up a lot and I feel nauseous. Most days I just lay in bed and don't get up at all except to go to the bathroom.
That doesn't sound fun. I'm glad that you're feeling well enough to make it in to visit with me today.
Yeah, well, I really need the help. I stopped working and I'm living with my mother.
You came to the right place, Christina. I'm going to help you out as best as I can. But what I would really like to help is to equip you to take best care of your kids and yourself. First off, you mentioned that you haven't been feeling well. How have your eating habits been?
Yeah, I haven't been very hungry, so I haven't been eating very much.
Okay. Can you try and remember what you've eaten in the last week?
Well, for breakfast, I usually have a Pop-Tart and a banana and a glass of orange juice or Sunny D. I try to eat whenever I get hungry, and so sometimes I'll snack on yogurt, grapes, or some nuts. And my mom will make me some eggs or a hot dog, quick, since they are easy to make. Sometimes my mom will pick me up a hamburger and some french fries and a regular pop on her way home from work, or she'll bake me a potato and when she gets home.
Do you usually put anything on the hamburger besides the meat, like cheese?
Yeah, I usually put cheese and tomato and lettuce.
Okay, and what else have you eaten lately?
My mom made some tacos with cornbread this week.
Wow, that sounds really good. What did you put in your tacos?
I was feeling pretty good that day, so quite a bit. We had refried and pinto beans and shrimp and lettuce and tomatoes.
Wow. And what did you assemble your tacos in? Hard or soft shell, corn or flour?
We had both corn and flour, and they were soft.
Nice. That sounds really good. What else have you eaten in the last week? Any more fruit?
Yeah, fruit is a pretty easy snack, so my mom will cut up some mangoes, papaya, or apples, depending on when she got at the store that day.
Okay. What do you usually have for dessert?
I like to have a cookie and some milk.
What kind of milk do you have? Skim, 1%, whole milk?
Usually whole milk.
Okay. Thank you for being so helpful, Christina. I know it's hard to remember everything that you eat. What do you normally have to drink?
I usually have a glass of water by my bed in case I get thirsty, but lately I've been really craving ice chips.
Wow. Okay, thank you for mentioning that, Christina. I was looking at your lab results, and I noticed that your hemoglobin levels are low. This is pretty common for someone your age, and especially for a pregnant woman. Craving ice chips is a common symptom of anemia. Anemia isn't a fun thing to have, and it can lead to tiredness and weakness. Anemia is caused by not having enough iron in the blood. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 not being motivated and 10 being very motivated, how motivated are you to get your iron levels back to a normal level?
Probably like a 7.
Okay, that's good. So why are you at a 7 and not a 5?
Well, I don't like being tired all the time, and I'm also a pretty motivated person. I like to stick to what I say I do.
That's great, Christina. It's cool that you said that you're a motivated person. I'm here to help you be successful and reach your goals. What tools or ways can I help you get to, say, a 9?
I guess I don't really know what foods have iron in them.
Okay. What foods do you know that have iron in them?
My mom told me oysters, but I don't like those.
Yes, that is correct, but luckily there are other foods that have iron in them. A couple examples are dry cereals, beef, pork, fish, and poultry. Do any of those sound good to you?
Yeah, I really like cereal and red meat.
Okay. So what are some practical ways that you could eat more of these foods?
Well, I suppose I could eat cereal for breakfast each day, and I could try having some meat during the day.
Okay, that is great, Christina. That's a great goal. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 not being willing and 10 being very willing to change, how willing are you to make these changes to your diet?
I think I'd be at like an 8.
Okay, so why are you at an 8 and not a 5?
I mean, it doesn't seem too difficult to change, and I like eating those foods.
Great, I am glad to hear that. What could get you from an 8 to a 9?
Well, I'm 6, so I don't know if I'd be able to eat all the food.
Yeah. So I really want you to do your best with this. So I'm going to give you a little homework to do. I would like you to keep track of the foods that you eat and how much for a goal.
Why do I have to do this? Don't you trust me to do it?
I'm sorry if I said something to upset you, Christina. Let's back up a little bit and talk about what happened. I said that I would like you to keep a log of your food. Why don't you like that?
It seems like you're not trusting me to do what I said I would. It also seems like a waste of my time.
I see why you would think I'm not trusting you. What about this food log do you see would not help you reach your goal?
It just seems like a lot of work.
How would this extra work keep you from reaching your goal?
I mean, I guess it's not really keeping me from reaching my goal. It might help me to be consistent with my goals.
So, here's what I heard. Let me know if I miss anything. On one hand, you are uncertain about using this log because you think it may be extra work. But on the other hand, you think that the log may help you reach your goal of getting more iron-rich foods. I was thinking this log would help you to see the progress you are making and all that you have accomplished. It might help you remember what you all have done when the day gets busy with the preparation for the new baby. What do you think of that?
I guess it seems like it'll work, but it still seems like a lot of work.
Okay, so I have this chart already made that you could use. Would you like to look at it?
Sure.
Do you think that you would be able to use this tool?
I guess it looks simple enough. I just put a check mark here next every time I have cereal.
Exactly. Do you think you could complete this every day?
I believe that I would be able to do this.
That is great. I'm glad we could come to an agreement. I know you are very motivated and stick to the things you say, and I can't wait to see how well you do when you come back in 6 months. So, what are you going to try to do before our next time that we meet?
I'm gonna try and eat an iron-fortified cereal every morning and eat a meat protein once a day as well, so I can try and get my iron levels back up to normal ranges. And I'm also gonna make check marks on this sheet to keep track of my progress at my goal.
That sounds like a great plan, Christina. Thank you for coming in today.